catalyst for change with the chance to thrive. Crystal is the one to stir up gifts and save lives. You get exposure, promotion, and marketing too. And advertise for business owners just like you. On Storytime, your interview is global. Virtual or in person, just come on the show. Yo, your story matters. Crystals will open the door. 40 years of experience, ready to give you more on Storytime. Get ready for Storytime. Hey, come on.
Well, hello. Good evening. How is everybody doing? I know you hear a voice coming from behind the picture. Welcome to Storytime tonight. I am so excited to be here with you tonight. Listen, it is another Sunday evening, January 28th, and right about now, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we are excited. We are excited to have you here. And I want to say thank you for coming out. Hey, Elevate with Vern, I see you in the building. I see you in the building there, sister. Thank you so much for joining us. We see you. Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to let us know where you're coming in from. And please go ahead and leave your name in the comments so we can see you. All right. I do see my sister Elevate with Vern in there. I see Lovable Creations saying hello. I see you, ladies. All right. I see Lovable Creations. Listen, I have a young lady here today that I'm so excited to have, right? In society today, there's been so much going on in the world. And so I just feel like we want to have someone to have a conversation that can help us out a little bit. So tonight, I'm so excited to have Debra Anthony. I met her on Instagram, and Debra Anthony is a young lady. She's certified. She's been in this field for a while, okay, over 23 plus years. And she's a certified school and professional counselor. And I think I see her in the door. Let me see if I can bring her on in the room here, because I think I hear her knocking. Debra, there she go. How you doing?
Hello there. Hello, everybody. Hello, Crystal. Thanks for having me.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing today, Miss Debra?
I'm doing good.
And you know, that's my sister's name, Debra, too. That's my sister's name, so that's a good thing. And
Yeah.
I had to catch myself because I wanted to spell it like I spell hers. She spells hers Deborah. And then I said, wait a minute, she spells her different. I see Vern is in the building there, like I said, and I see Lovable Creations. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you come in the room, let us know you're here and say hello. All right. This is story time, and story time is where we begin to connect with individuals. And, you know, it's about life connections. Okay. So whatever you do, we need you to come on in. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay. And please, if I think you might want to share this with about 5 friends, because this is going to get real good. Miss Debra is going to tell us some things that's going to help you with some things that you need to know about life experiences. So over on Instagram, come on over to YouTube, Storytime with Shout Crystal, Storytime with Shout Crystal. You know Deb, the counselor. I got Deb, the counselor, y'all. So you know how Deb does. She's an advocate for parents, for caregivers, for children. Y'all need to come on over here because y'all want to hear what she has to say. All right. So now, Deb, before we do anything else, let me see how I can make out without these glasses. Before we do anything else, I would like for you to introduce yourself, because we have a couple of different audiences. We have Facebook, we have YouTube, and we have different audiences that may not know who you are. So please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about who is Debra before she became a counselor. Where are you from? You know, how big is your family? Are you single? Are you married? Do you have children? Just tell us a little bit about who is Debra Anthony.
Hello, everybody. And once again, I want to say thanks for having me, Crystal. But I am Debra Anthony, licensed professional counselor, certified school counselor in St. Louis, Missouri, owner of Talk It Out Counseling Services, creator of therapeutic products and parenting programs and self-care programs. And I help individuals with mindsets, relationships, and also self-care so they can be able to thrive I have a free parenting support group, and it is to just help parents be able to come and talk and release. Because we know that okay parents typically have okay children. So parents have to make sure that they take care of themselves so their children can thrive and be the best that they can be. So that's why I created that program. I am born and raised from St. Louis, Missouri. My parents are from Brownsville, Tennessee. And so I've been in St. Louis all my life. And my parents had three businesses growing up, and that's where that entrepreneurship has come from because I grew up around my parents always having businesses, and I helped them in their businesses as well. So, and so I thought about, I was like, so once I retire, what else can I do to make sure that I help other people, other parents and children, which is what I do. So I said, once I retire, I don't want it to stop there. So I decided to make the parenting programs, the self-care programs, and all the things. And so it has been a success. My fourth parenting support group will be in March.
Well, hold on. Before we go to that, because she's ready. I could tell you all about your business and your parenting and your products. So I want to know about Debra. Like, did you know, like when you were a child, did you want to be a counselor? Tell me about before you got your master's degree, before you actually started in the field of teaching, about that little girl. Was you a person that went through some things that you had a teacher that was caring or a counselor? And is that what inspired you? Where did all this come from when you were a little girl? What were you thinking?
I had a couple of things that happened. When I was a little girl, I worked in my parents' store. I knew because of everything that they had instilled in me, I wanted to be some type of entrepreneur. Didn't know exactly what I wanted to be, but my passion for self-care, it comes from my dad. My dad passed away when I was 18 years old. He had a stroke first time, and then my dad was kind of like didn't take his meds and things like that. Then he had another stroke and he passed. So I know the importance of self-care, taking care of yourself, making your doctor's appointments, taking your medication, eating properly, and all the things are very, very important. And then also the reason why I advocate for children like I do, and I advocate for parents, because my parents trusted me with someone that they really, really looked up to that violated me. So that is where that comes from. And that's why I try to be available for parents. So, because, parents, they get burned out, they get overwhelmed and all the things. And so that is where my passion comes from, because I've been violated. And to make sure that parents put their children first, making sure their kids are safe, loved, and protected is very, very, very important. So that is where my passion comes from.
So you see, it's a genuine passion. It's a genuine passion because you've been in a situation that was uncomfortable, a situation where you don't want another child to have to go through that. Let me ask you this, because there may be somebody watching that may have gone through some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about it when this happened to you. Did you tell somebody when this happened?
Well, actually, I did not. Because and that is a no, and that's why we have to educate our kids. Back then, there was a stigma where parents, they didn't talk about counseling and things like that. But I do know that my dad would have done something to this person. So I kept that in, and I talk about a lot of this in my ebook, which is Talk It Out, Don't Block It Out. And so it's a memoir about me and some things that has happened in my life. Mm-hmm. But and wow. in the memoir, I talk about later on in life when I became an adult and I got counseling and that type of thing. But just think about if I would have got counseling early on, how that would have helped me earlier in life. But it just was not talked about really in in the Black households about counseling. If you say something about counseling, then there's something wrong with you, and different things like that. So that's why it's important that we change the stigma today, that it is counseling is okay, and you having a relationship with your children is important, so they can come to you and talk to you about anything that may be going on.
So now that's a good point. Being non-judgmental, being approachable, parents, and not being too busy, because sometimes you can make your child feel like you're too busy and they may not want to come to you. But let me back that up. You said that you have that ebook. Talk it out, don't block it out. Now that's really good, because people do tend to sometimes block things out, huh? And they can get it on Amazon. It's a
Yes,
Kindle. Is that
yes,
correct?
yes.
Talking so if they go to Amazon, they look it up by your name and by the title of the book. Is that correct?
Right. So Kindle is that section of Amazon is where you get the ebooks from.
Yes.
So if you put in Kindle Amazon and purchase the ebook, it would download right then for you, and you can download it on your phone, on your laptop, or what have you.
Okay. So, guys, that is on the screen. It is called Talk It Out, Don't Block It Out. Talk it out, don't block it out. And that's really good. Um, Suppressing things and blocking things out are two things that people tend to do. And I know that you'll be able to tell us about that because
Mhm.
you are certified in this area. So you've been doing this over 23, 25 years as an educator. So you started out as a teacher first. Is that correct? Did you
I
teach in the
started
classroom?
out as a substitute teacher while I was in college. And initially, I went to school. I have a certification in dental assisting. So
Okay.
I did that for 3 years. And I actually wanted to go to school for dental hygiene, which I did get accepted in that program. But the program I had to, it was like every day. And it was a little bit too stressful for me at the time, and it just wasn't for me. It wasn't clicking for me. So because I already had all of these credit hours, I said, okay, I'm going to substitute teach. So what I did, I was asked to go to different schools and substitute teach, and then fill in for counselors that may have been out for maternity leave or something like that. And I got a lot of compliments about how I kept paperwork, how I kept paperwork in compliance. And I had a couple of supervisors to ask me, had I ever thought about going into counseling. And so I started to hear it so much. And I was like, I think I will. And I applied for it at Lindenwood University. And yes, I graduated with my certification, well, with my master's in school counseling. Then, and I had to become certified. And then in 2008, I went back and got my master's in professional counseling, and then I had to become licensed. So in the school setting, you have to be certified, and in the professional arena, you have to be licensed. So that's what I ended up doing, because I didn't want to like just put myself in a box. I wanted to be able to work in the schools and also work outside of the schools.
That's amazing. And I know that not only did you switch and go into the career, but you excelled in it, because once you did it, you wind up getting recognition. I see that you were honored by the state representative with a certificate by the representative Aldridge for your contribution to the community as a counselor. So not only did you become a counselor, but you were really good at it. So how long did it take you before you got that recognition, before you were in the field?
Actually, I started out in like 2000 as a substitute teacher, and then in 2006, when I became certified, I became a school counselor. And just as of last year, I received that representative from the state representative.
Wow, that's really good. You know, there a
Thank you.
lot of people go to work to get a check and to just, pay their bills. So it is definitely apparent that it's more than that for you, and you have personal reasons for doing what you do. So I commend you for that.
Thank
Now,
you.
I want to say that also you said something. You said they complimented you and they told you how well you were doing what you did, and that's what made you think, man, maybe I need to do this. That's the power of words, right? That's the power of affirmations. We talk about that all the time. So, would you say that it is very important that people are careful about what they say to these students and to their children?
Absolutely. We have to pour into our children. We have to make sure that they know that they can do anything they want to do and find out what their strengths are. Once you find out what their strengths are, then they can build on that. Then they have something to make them have a high self-esteem, something that they have accomplished. Like one of our kids, he used to get in trouble a lot,
Hmm.
but an amazing singer, and he was very, very shy. He didn't want to sing, and I used to actually give him money to sing.
Wow.
And I would give, and when I would give him money, he was saying I would give him money, and that encouraged him. And I told him, when you become famous, not if, but when you become famous, who get paid you for singing your first dollar for singing? And he said, you, Miss Anthony.
You sowed them seeds in there. That's right.
Mhm.
Now, not only that, but you also was featured in a magazine, the Helpful Living magazine. Talk to me about that. What was that all about, and when did that take place?
Yes, the magazine I have it right here. I have a few of them, but this one was in August of 2022,
Hmm.
and I have an article about how parents. That's me right there,
Yes, I see you.
and how parents can. It says, how can a school counselor benefit your child during the school year?
Hmm.
Because we know that a lot of our parents, it's important for them to be connected with the
Hmm.
school. We need to have that bridge from school to home so children can academically progress. So that's why I created that particular um, you know issue in that magazine. And then also in this magazine, this was August of 2023, I wrote an article, parents who are okay have okay children.
Yes.
And
Wow.
so we do know in most cases, the reason why I created those articles in those issues is that we know that kids will tend to thrive if the parents are okay. And with the school system that I work with, it's low economics. Some of our kids don't know where their next meal is coming from. When they come to school and get breakfast and lunch, we're hoping that they get dinner when they go home.
Wow.
So it's important to pour into our parents and educate them because they really need to be educated as well.
And that's why you started your other program that you have. You have a program for parents as well. I know that we have a picture here. It's that this program here that's Parenting a Helpful Hand group. And it's starting on March 30th in 2024 at 1 p.m. Central. It's free, and you can talk with other parents, and you're going to get an expert facilitator, Miss Debra, and you can sign up at TIOCS.com, TIOCS.com. So take a picture of that, take a picture of it. There you go. So talk to them about what they can expect at that particular session.
Now, you know what? I am so excited, and I just love my free parenting support group. Actually, the one in March will be the fourth group. And the other three groups have been so amazing where parents, they just come and relax and we just talk and they release and we talk about self-care, things that they can do to incorporate self-care into their daily lives. And then they get a chance to talk to other parents about kind of piggyback on getting ideas of some things that they can do, what may be working for one parent and give them ideas as well. And we talk about tips and all the things, and the parents, they really do love it. I have parents that have came back for the second program and for the third program as well. So it's an intimate setting. but we have just so much fun and we just talk and release. And it's just one setting that parents can come to and let their hair down and be comfortable and just, it's all about them, you
Wow.
know?
Now you also have a couple of things here. I saw this bundle. You got journals and cookbooks and customer service models. Talk to us about that, Deborah. You have definitely spread yourself out, and you have so many gifts. What is this all about? You cookbooks?
Yes. So I have a therapeutic cookbook, and we know that therapeutic means healing.
Yes.
Cooking it can be relaxing.
Mhm.
And it is so much information in the book. The book is very colorful, and the book makes great gifts. It has great recipes, but it also allows you to journal write and reflect about things like how was your childhood? Who did you learn to cook from? How was that experience like for you? And different things like that. And it has some amazing recipes that I grew up on. Like back in the day, people from the South, they love stuff like beans and okra and buttermilk cornbread and stuff like that. So that's the kind of foods that I grew up on. But on the other side, it says write your favorite recipe. So it just allows you to journal write and so
So
my
they can
journal.
journal. So you have a cookbook that also has a journal in it. You can journal in the cookbook itself.
You can actually, yes, it asks questions and you can journal write in the cookbook and also my journals. And these two actually, one is a guide, it's a emotions notebook guide, and the other one is successful affirmations and journal writing. Both of them are the same.
Now,
But
where can I
anyway,
get these books? Where can I get these books?
they can get the books on Amazon as well, but they can go to my website and order. And I try to encourage people to order from me because I give out amazing gifts. But if you
What is
order,
your website? What is your website?
it is TIOCS.com, which stands for Talk It Out Counseling Services.
So get it from her because she gives out nice gifts.
And you
So
will
now,
get signed copies, signed
yes,
copies.
yes. Now, Deb, you just recently did something that I'm still going to get one because I never did get the T-shirt. You just recently had a campaign where you were doing T-shirts. Talk to me about that. You had a whole campaign going every week, and you wore the T-shirts, and people purchased it, and that's where I saw your advocacy for the students and the children. Talk to me about how that came about, and do you have any more T-shirts for sale?
I do have more T-shirts for sale, and I am an advocate for children. But on the T-shirt, as you can see, this is my trademark. That's my trademark, and it's Talk It Out Counseling Services, which is the name of my business. And the hands they represent the adults taking care of children. And so I
Let me see
want
that again. Let me see that. Hold it up because I had that up there. Hold it up high. Okay. All right. So you've got hands on there. Okay. How much are the T-shirts?
the T-shirts now. If I'm not mistaken, they're like 35, but you get a free book with the T-shirt if you purchase now. You get any book of your choice. You can get the therapeutic cookbook or any journal that you want, or the customer service book as well.
And they
But
can find all of this on your website. If they go to TIOCS.com,
correct.
TIOCS.com, they will see the books, the cookbooks, therapeutic cookbooks. Let's make sure we say that. They will see the T-shirts. They will see the journals. They will see everything you have. Wow, the career guides. Oh my goodness, Deborah. So you are so gifted. So what happened? You just come up with ideas and you just said, you know what, I want to do this. I mean, and how have you been receiving testimonies from people that actually have these books and products?
Yeah, if you go on my website where the products are, you will see that there are so many testimonials on there. People really love the products, like the T-shirts. They are 100% cotton, and they feel really good. And the challenge like you said, was to bring awareness that every child matters. And so, people, and I want to also shout out the supportive sisters,
Mhm.
and the supportive sisters, which consist of myself, Elevate with Vern, Phenomenal Cosmetics, and Kim with Paparazzi. And I decided to, ask them, did they want to do some lives together, because it's one thing to talk about sisterhood, collaboration, but to actually show people that it can be done if
Yes.
collaboration and sisterhood. So I want to shout out the supportive sisters, because we did actually 4 episodes. And I want to shout out Lovable Creations too, because she has been really, really supportive. She's always supportive. So I want to make sure I shout out them, but it's more, and we have really, really built a community, which is very important to thrive in your business.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I support Elevate with Vern, all of them, and support you too as well. That's why I said I'm supposed to get a T-shirt. I just was stretching myself in a lot of different places, but I
I
haven't gotten you.
understand.
And between trying to get to my sister and do all kind of stuff, it gets to be a lot. And that's
What
where
size do you wear? What size do you wear?
I'm a large now. I think we started connecting because, you saw me when I was live. I was with my sister. I think I don't know if that was the first or second time I was in the
Hmm.
car with her, and we went live together, and we were talking about the caregiving, and we were talking about that piece of it. So you understand that part of it, and I want to talk for a moment about that because I know that that's also an area that you also concentrate on. Is that and I'm so glad that y'all did do it because I know we talked about doing a live and coming together. Lord knows, I wanted to do it. I just didn't have time to do everything that I'm like
I
visiting too.
understand.
Sometimes I get ideas and I want to do it, but then I just can't get to it all. Sometimes. So I am working on completing some things that I started already because that's important too. Completing a couple of my other books. I want to. That's my gift to myself to try to finish that this next week for my birthday.
Hmm.
I want to finish that. But I salute all you ladies for coming together. Yes, follow all those ladies. Please, please, please follow them. And I will put her information up here now so you can follow her. Most of us met on Instagram. If y'all are on Instagram, this is Deb's information here on the bottom of the screen. It's Deb, the counselor. So please go follow her if you're on that social media platform. Please go follow her at Deb, the counselor on Instagram. And then you'll find out more about the supportive sisters Elevate with Vern. If you don't know who that is, you'll find out because she's like the internet cheerleader. I mean, she's even here on YouTube. So if you are on YouTube, you know who she is already, I'm sure. She's got many awards and done many things. She's an encouragement. She goes live every day and inspires individuals. And so if you haven't met her, you need to. Matter of fact, you can go back in my archives and see her story because I did interview her too. And she has quite a story, but she is Jewel and
Yes.
some of the other ladies that she mentioned too. But now the caregiving piece, talk to us a minute about between the caregiving, the parenting, and the children, all of it has to be dealt with very delicately because it affects us all spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And I know as a counselor, you are qualified to deal with it from the professional and the school level. So, what do you tell people to kind of cope with all these things going on when it comes to making sure they're right in those areas?
First of all, I'm glad that you said that I am a counselor, and I am licensed and certified, and I am an expert in this area of helping people with. First of all, you got to have the right mindset to do anything. If your mindset is not good, if you are irritated, anxious, and a lot of our parents are, because they don't get the help that they
Mm.
need, they don't get the self care that they need, they are burnt out and overwhelmed. And I know this because I have worked with thousands of families, thousands of children. So I know that this program that I have is a need. And this is why I tell people, take advantage of the free program. It's absolutely free. And that's my way of giving back to the community. So I tell people, you matter and you come first. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If your children see that you are laying in the bed all day and you feeling depressed and that type of thing, that's not going to be a good look for them, and they can be neglected as a result of that. But if they see that you are trying to better yourself and you taking care of yourself, then that's going to make them want to be better children, better teenagers, and better adults. If they see the parents are getting help, then they're going to want to, if anything is going on, they're going to want to get the help as well. So that's why I created the program. And so if you participate in the free parenting support group, the self-care program, you only get the self-care program for $97. But then I have the Dive Right In self-care program, which consists of the 2 journals. You get 2 check-ins with me, one for 45 minutes, one for 30 minutes, and you have access to the whole self video. And something that I added, that I created a self-care calendar. So the calendar, you can put it on your refrigerator in your office, but it has something that you can do for each day of the week. So that's an added bonus that I included in that. But it's only $129, which is less than a counseling session.
Wow.
So, and it comes with the T-shirt for a testimonial. And so, very, very, not counting people's pockets, but you can't say that if you don't want to invest in yourself for $129 and free, I really don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so you said a mouthful right there. Invest in yourself, because if you don't, you wind up suppressing. So invest instead of suppressing.
Correct.
Invest and don't suppress.
Absolutely.
Invest, I give you that, for free now. Just give me credit when you use it, okay? Invest and don't suppress, okay? Because that's what people do. They suppress things inside. All right, you better write that one down, because that was a good one. That's a T-shirt right there. Invest and don't suppress. All right, that's what you have.
I'm gonna write that down too.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I just told you. Just give me credit. You know what? Shout Crystal told me that on story time, and just remember, a sister, throw me a T-shirt or something when you get it. But I
do want to donate a T-shirt to you. I just need for you to send me your information.
Oh, that's so sweet. Listen, but I want you to know I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's important, guys. Therapy, counseling, school counselors. She is qualified, and I'm so glad that you all have both ends, because sometimes school counselors are qualified to deal with the students, but they're not really qualified to deal with the parents. You know what I mean? They can't really handle the load of the parents. They can do the students, but when you can do both though. So your school has a double blessing, because you can come in and talk to the parents and the student. So if you have an issue with the students and they have to bring the parents in, you know how to bring them all back, reel them all in. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm sure there's a lot of anger issues, and I'm sure there's people of all walks of life in these schools. So that's a blessing that you have that gift and that you have that certification in both areas. What made you think to do that? Was it a strategy behind that?
Because I've noticed it was a need in the school setting, working with children and parents. I've had parents that come in my office that just cried.
Yes.
They just needed somebody to talk to. They had a lot going on. And you got to think about some of the children may have ADHD.
Yes.
May be on the autistic spectrum. Yes. May have oppositional defiance. May be going through grief. And these are a lot of things that our kids are experiencing. And parents, they just come in, they're not getting help from the spouse. They don't know what to do. They need resources and things. So I'm like, that's why I put this in place, because I know that parents need this program.
So resources are important. Let's talk about that for a minute in these schools. You're in Missouri, but you know what it's like around the world when it comes to this, right? Are
Mhm.
there resources that parents can go get for themselves and for their students that are accessible through the counselors in these schools? Like if they're having issues and their counselor might not have the professional side like you do, are the school counselors equipped to at least make referrals for them to go get these resources?
We do. Yeah, the counselors, we do. I have a resource list. I have a couple of them that have all kinds of resources in there, like, for example, behavior health response, and other different programs. But also, we have the social workers in the schools also, and they offer resources for crisis. Food. Like every week, we have an organization that brings food for the kids, and they're all bagged up with canned goods and things, and each student get a bag. We also have an organization that donates uniforms, because we know that some of our kids, um, some of them don't have a washing machine and dryer at home. They have to put on the same clothes, and so they may not have clean clothes. So we have shoes, we have
Wow.
undergarments and socks and uniforms and things like that, where they get so many a school year.
You know what? It's interesting that you said that. One of my future guests actually did something about what you just said. I'm not going to leak too much into it, but um, he he did something about that in another state. And when he comes on, he's known for it. It's going viral. He actually did something in his school to deal with what you're speaking of right now. So it is
Yeah.
definitely something. And so it's people like yourself and the principals and the counselors that go the extra mile. I salute you guys because I know it's not easy. I used to teach. I've been in the schools. I got out of the schools after I left Brooklyn, New York, and I stayed in the schools probably for about 6, 7 years. And I said, "Oh heck no!" And then when I started training the student teachers before they became teachers, and I started helping from that angle. But I said I
Mhm.
cannot go back in these classes today with the way children are today. I would lose my job for real. You know that song, you about to lose your job. Oh, I will most definitely lose mine because
Yeah.
kids are disrespectful. Some of them are hurt. Some of them are angry. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And you have compassion. I can see you have the compassion. I see you have the patience, and it's needed. But let's talk about that. Some counselors are not like you. There's some
No.
counselors, like I said, they go for the
No.
and they're not easy to talk to. So are the school systems doing more to train school counselors for this? Because with the day and age, the way these students are angry, violence, what are they doing to help prepare y'all for this?
Well, actually, hands-on is everything. You can learn all this stuff in college, but once you actually get in that building and you start working with families and children and things, it's a totally different ball game. But if you are a first year and second year counselor, we have mentors. I had a mentor when I first started, and she was phenomenal. And I actually was a mentor for a couple of students that was still in school, but school counselor as well. And so they have mentors, and then they have extra trainings and things like that on suicide assessments, going into the classrooms, presenting lessons on social skills and social emotional learning and things like that. Because when you go into the classroom, as you know, you got to be able to have classroom management to be
Yes,
able to teach children. And if you don't grasp them and get their attention, you can't teach them anything.
right.
So yes, there are extra training. I think it should be even more, you
Yes,
know.
yes.
And but yes, we do have mentors and extra trainings as well, and professional developments too.
Deb, how much have you seen where the children just need a little bit of love and attention? Some
Every
of them
day.
just want a hug. They just want somebody to pay attention to them.
Mm-hmm.
They just want somebody to act like they care about what's happening in their lives.
Every day. Every day. And once you get to know the child, you got to service the whole child. You can't just have child in the classroom and they got emotional things going on, and it's not being addressed. Because if they got these emotional things going on, they got a lot of stuff going on at home, then they are feeling irritated and tired and frustrated. So that's where I come in the social worker, and we talk to the students, and and we try to assist them where it's needed. But yes, it is.
Ooh,
Um,
everything. Wow.
yes,
What
yes,
is the best way they can reach you? Do you have a phone number or email that you want to give out for people to contact you for
sure,
consultation?
sure. And I am on. Let's see. Well, email is Debra, and it's on my website as well. So if you go to my website, you can sign up for a consultation, a free
Okay.
consultation for 15 minthing
But let me get the email because I want to put it on here too. Deborah, what?
Is DebraNthny at yahoo.com.
Okay. Because I like to put that there for them to reach you too. All right. So just make sure that I have that accurate. But contact her for a consultation, guide, because you hear the terminology she's using. You can tell she has expertise in this area. She's talking from emotional, psychological, mental, spiritual, and all of it. If you listen to her talk, you can tell she has the skills in all these areas, not just for your child, but for you as a parent. That means if you are a step parent, guys, some people, and I know, Deb, you can talk about this. A lot of people have been forced into parenting because somebody passed away, they had to adopt. There's grandparents who had to step in, people get incarcerated, people have gotten their lives lost. How much have you seen where that happens and these people are just not prepared?
Yes, I see that quite often in the school settings too. And you have custodial parents that come in and try to enroll the students but don't have the proper paperwork. They may have a sibling of the child that may be on drugs, that may be incarcerated. And it's just a lot goes on and on. But we try to, as educators, help parents as much as we can, or
Right.
step parents or grandparents or whatever, and give them the right resources that they can get to be able to help the child totally.
So, Deb, what are some things that people can look for? If are there some signs that you could tell parents maybe that they can look for if they might be their child might be like in a danger zone, if they might be about to block some things out? Like, are there like some red flags?
Yes, I tell my parents all the time. Like if I have a student that comes to me and tell me some things are going on, because parents can jump to conclusions real fast. I always tell them I don't want them to feel like they're in trouble. And I tell them this because you want your child to be able to come and talk to you about anything. So don't act like they are in trouble for saying how they feel about certain things. But I educate the parents, and our students know that they can come talk to me and the social worker about anything. Because when we go into the classroom and teach, we talk about our roles as a counselor and social worker, what we are mandated to do and that type of thing. So children have to have a safe space, a
Yes.
safe place to come to inside of the school setting. One person, one or two people that they know that they can come to and talk to about anything and will not be judged. So we have to make sure the parents are educated and the students are educated as well.
It's a safe place, but if they wanted you to not tell the parents, do they have that right? Like I know when the kids go to college now, parents have to get permission from the children to get the grades. At the elementary, middle school age, the younger ages, and even high school, is it
It's
getting on that
17,
too?
17. I believe it's 17 and younger. They are considered minors. And so if the parent kind of, requesting information. As a counselor, I know how to go about saying certain things without getting the child in trouble.
Right.
But if they request certain paperwork and things like that, the parents have a right to it because they are minors. Now, if the child come to me and says that they are in danger of something, whatever, we have to tell the parents, and sometimes we have to hotline. So
Yeah.
we are mandated reporters. Educators are mandated reporters. And if a child comes to you and tell you something and you don't report it and something happened, then you are liable.
Mm.
So, and we express that to the students that, everything we talk about is confidential, but sometimes we have to make sure we get the right help for you. So I always kind of spin it like that.
So schools are really deemed a safe place, except for like all this other violence. But as far as teachers and as far as students being able to go to school and say, listen, I'm afraid to go back home. Like something's going on in my house.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
it's definitely
At,
a safe place.
at our school, because it starts with the administrator. And the administrator that we have, she's really pro children. She emphasizes on character building and character words like respect and responsibility, citizenship, and all the things. So yes, we emphasize that. Yes, we are a safe place for you to come to. You can go to the principal. You can go to Miss Anthony. You can go to Mr. Robinson, or what have you, if you feel like that you are in danger. So we always have kids that constantly come and talk to us. So that's an indication that they do feel comfortable with us.
Now, you're also a youth mental health first aid responder. What does that mean?
So that means that if a child is in crisis, I know the things to say to that child to keep that child calm until we can get the right help for the child. So yes, that's exactly what that is. If someone is in crisis, there are certain things that you have to say and do to try to keep that person calm or to understand exactly what their needs are, so you can get the right help for them.
Wow, Deborah, you are amazing. You are really the full package for real.
Thank
Like they are blessed to have you in the school. You cover it all. Like seriously, if somebody's watching this in Missouri, they should be contacting you just to find out what school you work at so they could transfer to that school. They need to be saying, I want to be at the school she's at. I would. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. That's amazing. Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
A
Thank you. I
mental
appreciate
health,
that.
a mental health first aid responder. I mean, do they have that in all the schools?
They've trained certain counselors and yeah, in all the schools to be a first aid responder. Because say, for example, if I'm out somewhere and I see a child in crisis, and I may not even know the child, but then I will know how to get the
Wow.
right help for that particular child.
Wow. So you the neighbor that people want to have next door, like for real, like you that neighbor. So it's almost like calling 988. They can call Deborah. They
Right. They
don't
can
have to
call
call
Deb
988.
988. How about that?
911 and 988. Just dial Deborah. Just wow. That's amazing. Wow. Listen, man. Wow. I did not realize you had. My goodness, I didn't realize you had so much knowledge. Man, we need to have you do workshops and all kind of stuff. And so you said something earlier. You said when you retired, you wanted to have all these things implemented so you could still be doing something. So do you look forward to retiring soon?
I do. I do. I think I'm gonna I don't know. I said after this year, but like when the year comes, I'm like, maybe one more year, but at least I would say up to 3 years from now, I do want to retire. And it may be earlier. So that's why I have all these things in place so I can just
Yeah,
keep
'cause
it
you still
moving.
look, yeah, but you have the years in because you can't be no more than about 45,
That's that a little bit more. Let's go up a
50
little bit
years
more.
old. But even then, but see, here's the thing. You put your time in so you can retire. A lot of people, society is making individuals feel like with these entrepreneurial opportunities that they can jump into these opportunities, right? They can make $1 million. They can make this money. Yes, but they missing that other piece of the stability that they need in their life when they age and they're ready to retire. If they don't have discipline and they make this fast money, right? But they don't have a system like a pension plan or something set aside for insurance for long-term, short-term, and all these things that we get, dental, health. If they don't have all that, they don't really understand. And I just pray that they are trying to get something, even if they go the entrepreneurial path, and that parents and people that have gone the path like we have are educating them. Go for it. By all means, make your money, stack it up.
That's right.
Make sure you are covering yourself in those other areas. Get you some, you're going to have to probably go get some independent policies of your own because you don't have a group plan. So, you may have to still have a job just to have the insurances that you need because you age. And see, a lot of them have mental issues, Debra, because they've chosen the fast path. They've chosen this entrepreneurial path. They've chosen, society has them on this quick, microwavable success path, and they're stressed out because they're not doing what we did. They're not coming up like we did. It's different. They think everything is going to come like this. They say, oh, I don't have to go to college, get a degree, and get a job. And they think it's quick. And it is. Don't get me wrong, it is, but it's a lot that comes with that.
That's true.
It's a lot with that. So on the professional side, are you seeing a lot of people in areas that are stressed out? And are you providing professional services away from the school if somebody wants to reach out to you for professional help?
Well, now I really can't, like sell anything to the people that I work with because it's a conflict of interest.
But outside the schools, outside,
absolutely,
all Instagram.
All the programs that I have, and yeah, I have connected with so many people that live here in St. Louis too, live in Missouri and outside of Missouri, and that's why I tell people I have so much to offer. All you have to do is click that little button and go to my website and look at what I have to offer because I am an expert in my field.
And she is, like, you know what? I have interviewed probably close to almost 200 people, but you say that thing with the confidence and with authority, and guess what? With the evidence. Because you heard the evidence come out of her mouth, y'all. You heard the terminology. You heard and you saw all those different products and services that she's providing. So I'm telling you right now, get your pens out and jot this email down. Jot it down. If you are coming back and you are doing a replay on this video, and when you come back and you see parts of this, I'm going to need for you to most definitely contact Miss Deb Anthony. I see Laverne. I'm telling you, right? She is the full package.
Oh, you all make me feel so good.
And the thing about it is, you love what you do.
I do.
You want to help people. You want to empower people. You want people to get healing. You want people to be whole.
I do. I have a girlfriend. Her and her husband had an anniversary at their home, and I stood up and said something, but she said something about me too. She said, "I'm going to tell you, Debra has really been a true friend to me." But she said she doesn't have a jealous bone in her body. She genuinely loves people, and I love to see people grow and excel, especially working with women. I love being around positive women, working with women, collaborating, having a sisterhood and that type of thing. But we know we can't do it with everybody.
That's right.
But those that want it, that's what I do. I love what I do. And it comes so naturally for me.
Wow. If y'all if y'all haven't heard of reason to contact this woman right now, I know you have children, you have siblings, you have somebody that you've known that has taken their lives, somebody that you've known that has been depressed, somebody that you know that has been overwhelmed with life.
Mm-hmm.
Contact Debra. Get the therapeutic cookbook. You know, do
Mm-hmm.
something because I'm telling you, it's wow. Deb, I know I've been asking you a lot of questions. What do people not know about? What does Deb do when she's not coming up with ideas, when she's not thinking about helping? What do you do for Deb? What do you do for you when you are not in this mode?
Well, I tell you, when I was younger, I used to be a skater. That's one thing. I used to love to skate. I have some brand new skates that I haven't. I skated in
Wow.
them maybe once or twice. I love skating. I love playing cards. I love bid whiz and spades. I love church.
I need to come
Uh,
in Missouri because I love to skate and I love big woods. Now, no, stop. Not big woods, spades. But I got to tell you, I'm competitive though. So if we're on the opposite team,
I
I hope
am
you're not
too.
a hater
I
because
am too.
I like to talk trash and have a good time on the card.
What's your sign? What's your sign?
I'm Aquarius.
Oh, okay. And I'm a Leo. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got it. We got to hook that up. That's good. And I love to skate. I just skated like a month, a little more, maybe in November with my grandson.
Hmm.
It's different because I'll be 64 Monday. So when I fall, it's a little different. The bones is a little different. So I had my knee pads on. I had some stuff. So
Hmm.
falling is not the same. It's like going down. I'm like, whoop, I'm trying to because we don't heal the same.
That's right. That's
But I
right.
love skating. Oh, so that's good. So you do fit it in for yourself to do some enjoyable
And
things.
I'm and I'm the type of person I can put when I come home, put my bonnet on and get in the bed and watch my programs and be on Instagram or whatever. But I enjoy bingo too. It relaxes me.
Bingo was nice too, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So and as we bring this to a close, it is important for the students and the parents and individuals to have that balance, to have something enjoyable, to do something to
Hmm.
uh, you know, offset the everyday hustle and bustle, the worries, the bills. It's important, isn't it?
It's very important. And we just have to do better as a society and a community. Remember back in the day we had a village.
Mm,
You
yeah,
know, the village, we don't have it anymore
yes,
because parents, they don't want you saying anything to their kids. And,
that's right.
you could discipline kids and talk to them, pour into them. But parents are so on defense all the time. And what she say, not the bonnet.
Reggie the tree said she and her work is so needed. Stay encouraged, Deb. Yes, it is, Reggie. It's
Thank
needed,
you,
man.
Reggie.
Like she
Thank you, Reggie.
because
Um,
it's definitely needed. We have to have more people like you. I want to look into a way that I can maybe do something with you. I don't know, once a month or what over here where we could just do something to help people. These are the kind of conversations
sure.
that we have to have to provide an outlet for people. And sometimes it might not be, it might be a little 10-minute or 15-20 minute thing. You know, I don't know, but it's needed. People have to have that outlet, and that's why sometimes I try to do the fun things for people as well. But I thank you for all of the information, for all of the resources and everything that you have been sharing tonight, and for your time to come here. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you would like people to know? Once again, we've shown her upcoming parenting helping support group program, which is coming up on March 30th,
Hmm.
24 at 1 o'clock. And this is something that's online. So, parents, please go get with this expert facilitator. And it's every month. Sign up. When do they need to sign up by?
Well, it actually is every other month.
Every other,
And they
okay,
can
I'm
they
sorry,
can
every other month.
sign up maybe like a few days before the actual date.
Okay.
But it's every other month because I have so much going on and don't want to
That's right.
overbook myself.
Okay.
But I do want to say that the supportive sisters, we do have something that's coming up. I have something coming up in March as well, and I will announce that later. But yeah, we have that coming. And And I just want to tell the people to make sure that you take care of yourself. I have the self-care program. Sign up for that self-care program, you guys. It's important that you cannot pour from an empty cup.
Cannot pour from an empty cup. And a lot of times you don't even know it's empty until you go to get something and nothing comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, you think the cup, you got the cup, right? You think it's something in there and there's nothing in there. You know what I'm saying? You have nothing left and you don't want to get there.
And you have nothing left to the point where you can't sleep at night. You constantly thinking about things that needs to be done. And you don't take time to go for a walk or to treat yourself or whatever. And so that's where I come in to help you to give you tools that will help you to incorporate self-care into your daily life.
So sign up for that too, guys. You saw the email, sign up for the program. I'm telling you. And I want to thank all of you that came over here too.
Thank you.
And Reggie and all of you. And thank you for the shares. Thank you, Lovable Creations, for coming over here and seeing Miss Debra. And for the people who will be coming back later, because we will be sharing this out and this will go out there and people will see it. Reggie, thank you for popping over here too. A lot of time people will do a lot of things for entertainment, but they don't. It's like it's hard to get people to get the valuable information that they need to be listening to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're so driven with negativity and with entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I thank goodness. But we will definitely break this up in pieces so people will be able to get some of the valuable information they need. Because sometimes their attention span is small, so we got to break it up small. But we wanted to get all of it. I need to get with the supportive sister too, because maybe I can get in that group with y'all with my book, with the Final Wishes book, and my new one is coming out. That's gonna be good. That'll fit right in, guys.
That's gonna be nice.
So I need to get with you guys. But any closing remark that you would like to leave us with, Deb, and tell the people about that I didn't bring up?
Yes, I want to just say thank you to you for inviting me. I am honored to be on your show. I want to thank everybody that came in to support me and to support your program as well. And if anybody needs a 15-minute free consultation, go to my website, sign up for my email list. If you go to Instagram at Deb the Counselor, click the link tree. I have self-care tips available there once you put in your email information, and that is important so you can get my VIP newsletters and more information, things that I have coming up. And just sign up for my therapeutic products. Check me out, and if it's anything that you need help with, I will try to assist to help you or guide you in the right direction.
Wow. And you hear the sincerity in her voice, guys. Can you hear it? If you are watching this on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, you can feel it through the internet waves. So hit the email you see, DEBRANTHNY@yahoo.com. Or you see it going across the bottom of the screen. Go over to Instagram because she's there the most, right? That's where you kind of
the counselor. The counselor.
It's on the bottom of the screen. That's where you want to go and meet her. Send her requests. Tell her, hey, you know what? I saw you on Storytime and I want to introduce myself to you. If you don't do nothing else, just go say thank you.
Yes.
Just go say thank you, because what she's doing out here is phenomenal for these schools. I'm trying to tell you. Like, seriously, I see how you got these awards and these articles and stuff. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate you for being who you are. And that is the truth. We'll get together soon. And I want to thank everybody for coming over here. And this Wednesday, it's going to be another good one, y'all. I have another gentleman coming to you locally. And we're going to have, we booked up till all of February, March. I will not have story time this Sunday. My birthday's Monday. I'm going to Hawaii. And I'm heading to Hawaii in the next couple of days. And it's not
going to be fun.
It's not a vacation. It's not. I'm turning it into a birthday trip, but somebody's sick over there, and I have to go over there. They're coming out the hospital. But I'm gonna take a day or two to enjoy. So I did want to schedule something on the 4th. Actually, I was going to do Phenomenal Cosmetic on the 4th. but I think I might be on one of those planes, so it's smart to probably just not do that. I might run a rerun. That's the thing about the internet. You could do reruns,
Mhm.
do
Mhm.
replays, and you could put some on there. So I'm gonna make sure I have some. But just go back and scroll back through, like I said, Elevate with Vern, her stories out here. If you've never seen it, man, and if you know somebody with a story, send them to me. Deb, much
Mhm.
love to you, blessings and peace to you. I appreciate you, sister. I appreciate you for real, man. Oh my goodness, I had no idea the magnitude. This is the power of the internet, y'all. I met this young lady on Instagram.
Mhm.
This is the power of the internet. This is the power of networking. This is the power of supporting sisters. This is the power. Thank you so much for the early birthday. And I thank God, God willing. Yes, 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 yes. My sister just had hers and we just did her thing. So now I'm going to wait. Next year, I'll do it big when I turn 65. I'll figure something out. But at least I wanted to get away. So I'm off. I'm off. I don't go back to work really until next Tuesday. So today was my last day at work. I'm off for the week. I'm gonna finish some stuff up and let's get together. But Deb, it's been a pleasure. Get the products, y'all. Get the products. Sign up. Go to the website. That's probably gonna be your best bet. Go to the website because everything she has so much good stuff. You need to go to her website. If you didn't catch the website, just go to the email that you see on the screen. But I did put the website up there earlier. We'll see y'all next time. Deb, God bless you. I appreciate you. I truly do. And we'll see you on those IG streets, okay?
All
And
right.
all right,
And
thank you so much for
this is
joining.
your birthday gift. So send me your
Oh, thank
information.
you. Okay, I appreciate you. And we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk because we need to do something because I know in all these states there's so much violence in the schools. There's so many
Yes.
parents that need stuff, and we're gonna figure it out. Definitely gonna figure it out. And what I would like to do for you, it's gonna be global. It's gonna be a global thing, because like Vern is in New York. You got people we all over, and it's needed. Vern, I'm talking about. So let's get together. Let's talk about it, Vern. Vern is good with that, to putting things together. You know,
Mhm.
uh, that's my girl from Jamaica High, and met her through Instagram too, and in person. So I did get to meet her in person in Tennessee. So that's a blessing. Thank you guys. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Lovable
Thank
creation.
you.
1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. I don't know who Lovable Creations is. I don't know if I've met you, but I appreciate you for participating, engaging, and being here today for
She is
sure.
so amazing. She
It,
is so amazing and supportive.
yes, I thank you so much, ladies. I'm going to see y'all next time, Deb. I see you on the Instagram street. God bless.
All right.
Ladies
Thank
and
you.
gentlemen, go check her out, okay? And I am going to be out of here, all right? Once again, you won't see me live, but I might share some things. But I just want to say, wow. Deb the counselor. Go check out. Go follow her. Man. And I'll see y'all next time. Wow. I will see y'all next time on Story Time. Let me just give you my contact information one more time. She has so much good contact. I ain't even want to share mine. I just wanted to pump her up because we needed to go follow her. Because what she's doing out here is needed in the world. Okay? But story time, we here. We here. We'll be back. We got some interesting stuff coming up. We started the Legend series. We have the line dancing. We have the relationship show. We got a lot coming up, though. Just stay locked in. Stay locked in because it's about to take place. All right. I love you guys. My name is Crystal Bodie Smith. My mission is to stir up the gift, instill hope, and save lives. And if you just happen to really want to know who I am and what I do, check out my website. If you go there, you'll see. You'll get a little piece of what I do, kind of see, because I can't tell it all either. Um, but I just want you to know that this platform is for you. This platform is for us to connect with each other as human beings and connect with life experiences. But I'm out of here, y'all. I want to say keep hope alive and thank you for joining Storytime. See you next time.